أو زد عليه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. Welcome back to another episode of the Know Your Tajweed series. And today is lesson 6. Alhamdulillah, this is the awaited day where we get to do the exercise of what we have done in the past few weeks. This is the initial form. We've done the initial form, the middle form, and the final form, and we inshallah will be doing them all together in this episode. So inshallah we'll be doing just the first 4 rows because there are 8 rows. We're doing the first 4 rows for this week, as we will take our time and we'll do the next 4 rows in next week's episode, In Shaa Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So let's start with the first one. The first one, as I said, let's always just look out for this shape. This shape looks the same for 3 different shapes. And just if you are having trouble finding out the letters and what they are, you can feel free to go back and have a look, because this is the time that we practice. This practice is what actually makes you recognize the letters, because you were not able to see them separately, and it's easier to see them in a word and recognize them. Once you recognize them in words, then that's fine. And everyone knows how they recognize letters better. So if you find a way in your head, I might explain something that you don't find easy. So you find a way in your head that, okay, this is easier for me to recognize this letter, so be it. Just find it. Doesn't matter how you do it. Just find a way to recognize the letters. The first letter is Jim. As you can see, the Jim always, as we said, doing them, that it is like the tail is cut off and is connected to the following letter. So the first letter is Jim, and the second one is Ain. As we can see, Ain in the middle, and the end form, the top changes. The top is not like that. That looks like the Hamza sign. No, it's not that anymore. The top changes and it's like it's shaded in the middle. But just once you recognize how it looks like this, and the only difference between Ain and Ghain in this case is just a dot is added on top of it. So once you know how it looks, that's basically done. Just have this sense of, okay, this is Ain. The last one, as we said, the letters in the end, they take back the original form. So the last letter is, yes, you guessed it correct, is Lam. So this word is Jim, consists of Jim, Ain, and Lam. We will not be doing the harakat because we're trying to look at the letters, how they look. Now, the next one is quite an easy one. It doesn't connect after, so it's easy to spot out. It's Alif. And as we've already seen, the second letter, again, as I said, in the middle, it looks similar to the initial form. It's Jim again. And the last one, as we know, it doesn't connect after and looks the same, regardless of where it is in the letter. It's Zal. So that one is Alif, Jim, and Zal. This one is quite easy one because all the letters are separated, because Alif, which is the first one, doesn't connect after. The second one, which is Zal, doesn't connect after. And also Noon does connect before, but Zal doesn't connect after. So that's why there's separation between the Noon and the Zal. So if it was any other letter, it would have connected to the Noon. But again, letters at the end, they always take back the original shape. And there's no connection in this one anyway, so it's going to be its original shape. So this one is easy. Alif, Zal, and Noon. This one has an easy start as well. It's Alif. And the second one, I've seen someone who recognizes this one with the hole in the middle. Anytime he sees the hole in the middle, the first thing you look out for is Meme. And it's working for him. As I said, everyone finds the way it works for them. So the second one is a Meme. So the Meme always has a circle in it. Just watch out for that. It always, most of the time, has a circle in it. I've never seen a case unless it's written, but in the Quran, most of the time it's written with a circle in it. So most of the time. So yeah, the last one is Ra. It's easy to spot out. So there's some letters that are very easy to spot out, like Lam, Ra, Alif, Zal, Dal. Those ones are very easy to spot out, and Za. So I would say use your time, spend most of your time with the other letters that might be a little harder. This one, Okay, this one in the beginning, the first one is a ba. Always we've discussed in the previous episodes that ba, ta, tha, noon, ya, all whenever they're in the initial or in the middle of the word, they take this shape. They take this a line, and then it continues to the other one, and then the dots is what makes the letter what it is. So this one is a ba because the dot is below. So just spot out for this shape and just look at the dots. That's what is going to make it easy for you to spot out what letter it is. The next one, the next letter, is the same shape as what we've done in the first letter. The same shape, but the dot is different, as we can see here. As you can see in this word, the second letter is the same shape as that one, the last letter, but this one the dot is below, and this one the dot is above. So we know from the previous one that that letter was jim. What differentiates jim, ha, and kha? Kha has one dot above, jim has one dot below, and ha has no dots. So once we see that this one takes that same shape and has a dot above, we know that it's a kha. And the last letter is lam. So this word consists of ba, kha, and lam. This one, as the previous word, this one is a kha because we see that it's the same shape, the jim, ha, kha shape, and the dot is above. So we know this one is a kha. The second one, is it alif? No, it can't be alif because alif doesn't connect after. That's the first thing you check for. Once you think that it's an alif, just know that, okay, alif doesn't connect to the word that comes after it. So it cannot be an alif. Since once it connects to the word that comes after that thing that letter you think is an alif, once you see that it connects to the word that comes after, then know that it's not an alif. And if it's not an alif, the only thing that it could be is a lam. So this one is kha, and then lam. The last one, as it takes its original shape, is a qaf. Again, qaf has 2 dots, and you might mix it up with fa, but fa has just 1 dot. So this one is kha, lam, and qaf. And kha, lam, and qaf. Sorry for that. This one is kha, again, as we've seen in the last 2 words. And the one in the middle, as I said previously, just watch out for the W sign. Anytime you see this W and you have no dots above it, or you have 3 dots above it, know that it's either a sin or a sheen. Anytime you see this W, know that it's a sin or a sheen. Unless it's a ta, tha, and a noon that come each other, but all of them will have dots. But if you have a W that has no dots, W sign that has no dots, that connects before and after, know that it is a sin or a sheen. But a sheen has 3 dots above, and a sin has no dots. So the first one is kha, the second letter is a sheen, and the third letter is a ya. This is how ya looks in the original shape. 2 dots below, the only letter that has 2 dots below, ya. The next one, as we mentioned before, the ha, kha, jim shape always looks the same. So except in the last final part, and in the last word of the letter, the last letter of the word then is going to regain its tail. But for now, its tail is connected. So this one is ha. The middle one, as we said, anytime you see this S sign, the W sign, notice either a sin or a sheen. But this one has no dots above, therefore we know it's a sin. And the last letter we always know is a dal. Don't mix up the dal with the ra. The ra goes below the whole word, but the dal is on the same level as the word. So this is a dal, and it's not a lam because it's not long enough. It's very short. As you can see, the lam, it goes very high. The lam goes very high above all the letters, but the dal is just on the same side, on this average height. So this one is ha, sin, and dal. This one, as we looked at before, is jim because it has the same shape and it has a dot below. And the next one, it has a circle in it, so it's a meme. First look, I will just use the analogy for now. First you see a circle in it, okay, is it a meme? And yes, it is a meme. The last one, as we said, they take some different shape. It's ayn. Once you spot out the shape on the top of the top half of the ayn, then just know that okay, it could possibly ayn. And also it doesn't have a dot, so you know it's definitely not a ghain. So this is jim, meme, and ayn. I said we would do 4 rows, but as you can see, it's taking a very long time to go through these words because we don't want to rush through them. And as I'm speaking, I think I am speaking a little bit fast, so I think we will just stop it here, and next week we go through 2 more rows, as we don't want the episodes to be very long, as they get boring. As the longer they go, the more boring they get. So practice these ones, practice the ones for next week as well, to have a greater advantage. And inshallah, see you next week. Jazaakumu'Allahu Khayr. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.